Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Curtis Mack, CM Productions, and in a few moments, we'll hear from officials, local taxpayers, parents, coaches, teachers, and more about the issues financially that Jefferson Township faces due to the 2004 Highlands Act and the 2018 S2 formula. Let's take a look.
Please bring your attention to the podium so we can get this party started. Highlands family, please welcome to our host and the leader who has been on the front lines of our school funding fight for years, Jefferson Township School Superintendent Gene Howe.
Welcome. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, our families, neighbors, educators, and community leaders. Welcome to Jefferson Township. Our school community is proud to welcome people across the Highlands region, students, parents, teachers, administrators, elected officials, and community members who all believe in the same simple idea. Our schools deserve fairness. Let me start by saying how powerful it is to see so many from multiple communities standing together in one place. When I look out at this crowd, I am not just seeing Jefferson. I am seeing other communities impacted by the Highlands Act, towns that care deeply about their schools, their students, and their future. And this afternoon, we are united by one message. The schools in the Highlands Act must be treated fairly. Now, many of you have heard me say this before, but Jefferson has become something of a canary in the coal mine for the Highlands. What we're experiencing right now, budget pressures, funding challenges, and difficult choices, is not just a Jefferson issue. It is a Highlands issue. It's an issue that affects communities across this entire region. What happens here today will eventually happen in other Highlands districts tomorrow. That is why today matters. But here's the good news, and this is the part that should energize everybody in here today. We are not alone. Across the Highlands, superintendents, school boards, and local leaders are coming together like never before. My colleagues throughout the region are speaking up, advocating for their communities, and working side by side to make sure our voices are heard. Unfortunately, Dr. Kitchen from West Milford and Dr. Brentenall from Ringwood are unable to attend today due to prior commitments, but they stand strong with us as well. So this isn't about one town. This isn't about one district. This is about every Highlands community standing together. And when communities stand together, people listen. So make some noise. I am confident we all support the goals of protecting New Jersey's drinking water and preserving the natural beauty of the Highlands. We are proud to live here. We are proud to raise our families here. But protecting the Highlands must not come at the expense of our students and our schools. Our students deserve the same opportunity as students anywhere else in New Jersey. Our taxpayers deserve fairness, and our communities deserve a sustainable future. So today's rally is not just about raising concerns. It's about raising our voices together. It's about advocating for impact aid to help our struggling schools be funded fairly. It's about showing that the Highlands region is strong, engaged, and united. It's about saying clearly and respectfully that action and impact aid is needed now. Not tomorrow, not years from now, now. Because every year that passes without a solution puts more pressure on our schools, our taxpayers, and ultimately and unfairly our students. But when I look at this crowd today, I don't see a problem. I see a movement. I see students who are engaged. I see parents who care. I see educators who are passionate. I see leaders who are ready to work together. And I see communities impacted by the Highlands standing shoulder to shoulder. That unity is our strength. And together we need to keep advocating, keep collaborating, keep fighting for Highlands impact aid, and keep pushing for the fairness our region deserves. Thank you to the members of the boards of education, the members of the town councils, the mayors, the township administrators, Senator Bucco, Assemblywoman Dunn, and Assemblywoman Sweeney for the support of our schools and students. Thank you to our celebrity alumni for remembering your roots and that you are always a member of the Falcon family. Thank you to the Highlands Impact Aid Now group, the Save Jefferson Township Schools group, the Tri-Milton PTA, the Jefferson Consolidated PTA, and the Jefferson Township Education Foundation for your support in our fight for fair funding. And last, but certainly not least, thank you to our staff who have been doing more with less for the last several years, never losing sight of what is important, our students. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for supporting our schools, and thank you for standing up for the Highlands. Let's keep the momentum going and make some more noise. I can't hear you. Thank you.
All right, please give a warm welcome to the co-founder of Highlands Impact Aid Now and the muscle behind our movement. Let's hear it for Sarah Fasanos!
Thank you, DJ Earl. Thank you for donating your time to be here today and keeping the energy high. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to show up for your community. The support that we've received from all of you has brought this moment. It's incredible to see so many Highlands towns standing together. Usually we see each other across the field as rivals. Today we're on the same side. Today we are united behind one shared goal: fairness for the Highlands, fairness for our towns, and fairness for our students. A movement like this doesn't just happen. It takes people willing to step up. Tom and I are incredibly grateful to the many people who made today possible. First, thank you to Mrs. Howe and to our Jefferson School District team for hosting this event for the entire Highlands community. This is not a new fight for her. She has been sounding the alarm for years, and your partnership means everything. Thank you to our Jefferson Township leader, Mayor Will Susan. And Debbie Milliken for welcoming us, guiding us, and answering messages at all hours of the day and night. We are also proud to stand with mayors from across our region. Mayor Dale of West Milford, Mayor Rossi of Vernon, Mayor Landis of Ringwood, and Mayor Frida of Pinelline. Thank you for amplifying a united Highlands voice. Welcome to Senator Bucco, Assemblywoman Sweeney, and representatives for Assemblywoman Dunn and Assemblywoman Fantasia. Thank you. Thank you for your continued advocacy and determination. We're also joined by Jefferson alum Gianna Perazzo. Your support and heartfelt posts helped launch this movement, and we are so grateful. Thank you to Derek Dryman for lending his pen and bringing SpongeBob into the fight for fairness. Behind the scenes, so many people have helped make this movement grow. Chris Filippelli, Curtis Mack for producing our videos and making us look so much cooler than we are. Christina Schroeder and Angela Lamandola for building our Twitter and our TikTok presence. Desiree Nigro for your incredible work on the Save Jefferson page. To our keyboard warriors, the people who comment, share, tag, and push the message forward. We see you. We see your names pop up. Every click, every post, every hashtag has helped grow this movement. Thank you to everyone who participated in the Highlands Hold Challenge, and to the many people who stopped us to encourage us along the way. Your kindness has meant the world to us. To my Falcon Moms text group, you have become one of the most powerful weapons in this fight. You are always ready to jump into action, to send letters to Trenton, to rally behind the cause, and your support keeps me going every day. Kim Heiner and Dave Korn, thank you for your countless hours helping us think through strategy. I'm good. To the PTAs and education foundations across the Highlands, thank you for stepping up to join our fight. To the principals and teachers of our elementary and intermediate schools, you helped create the Horton Hears a Who and Our Story Matters books. You've proved something powerful. We are here and our story matters. Thank you to Mr. Kalish, Mr. Lonnie, Mr. Koch of the high school for bringing hundreds of students together for our Write It Right event. You gave them a chance to demand better from their state leaders. And to every student who wrote a letter, your voice is being heard. I am incredibly proud of this team that we've built. But let me be perfectly clear. Today is not the finish line. Today is our starting line. We have a long road ahead, and we must be louder. The future of our town is on the line. Opportunities are being taken from our children, and their futures are being taken for granted and ignored by the very leaders who swore to protect them. We are proud to protect the water that millions of New Jersey residents rely on, but we will continue to demand fairness for the Highlands communities that make that protection possible. We must raise our voices together to create a rumble so loud that our messages echo through the halls of the State House and rattle the windows in Mikey Sherrill's office. We will not be quiet any longer, and we will not be ignored. Let today prove that the Highlands are ready to be heard. We need Highlands Impact Aid now. Thank you.
All right, now Highlands residents, let's make some noise and welcome our hometown mayors fighting for fairness in the Highlands region, led by our host town of Jefferson.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Eric Susan, the proud mayor of the Township of Jefferson, and I am a Falcon. Thank you all for being here, for standing together today. Your presence sends a powerful message. The Highland communities will not be ignored. I want to thank the many leaders standing with us today. Our great Senator and Minority Leader, Anthony Bucco. Our brand spanking new Assemblywoman, Marissa Sweeney. Assemblywoman Ora Dunn would like to be here but couldn't, and her Chief of Staff, I know, is here, Jeffrey Wood. And my fellow mayors who I'd love to join behind me, Mayor Michelle Dale from West Milford, Mayor Anthony Rossi from Vernon, Mayor Jamie Landis from Ringwood, and everybody knows him as Mr. Jim, Mayor Jim Frieda from Kinlawn. And a big, huge thank you to Tom and Sarah Fasano. I cannot thank them enough. I have been raising the alarm bells about Highlands school funding for the last 7 years of my term as mayor. And I just cannot, I really cannot extend my gratitude enough for them hosting us and supporting us, and for all they're doing, for the coalition they're building, for the support they're gaining. It's just been amazing. So I just can't thank them enough. So look around this crowd. This is what unity looks like. Today it's Jefferson, West Milford, Ringwood, Kinlawn, and more communities to follow. Many have reached out to me, looking to join us and support us. Our coalition continues to grow, and that's important. This is not just about Jefferson. Yep, we were the first to feel it first, but all these towns are also going to feel the impact, or are feeling the impact. So we need to stand together. We need to be unified in this. We are standing together as one region with one voice to say something very, very, very simple. The Highlands areas need to be treated fairly. All we're asking from Trenton is fairness. Fair school funding for our students, and our fair share of Highlands Impact Aid so our communities can remain financially stable while we continue protecting the state's most important resources. Let me be clear about something. This is just not a school issue. And I'm so glad to see so many people. I'm so glad to see the children here. This is more than just children. This is about the survival of our community.
Yes, it is.
This affects all of our communities, our entire community, from young, from old, people who have children, people who don't have children, people who have graduated children. It's important to all of us. It affects families, seniors, homeowners, and most importantly, taxpayers, as we all are. Whether you have children in the schools or not, this impacts everyone who calls our towns home. The Highlands communities have taken on a responsibility that benefits the entire state. Our towns protect the water supply and natural resources for nearly 70% of New Jersey and more than 6 million residents throughout New Jersey. And we proudly protect those resources. I'm born and raised here. I love open space. I want to protect open space. But the state's got to do its part to protect the towns that are protecting the water for the rest of the state. And what that means is fixing the S2 school funding formula. And it means that Trenton must follow its own laws, the Highlands Act, and provide the Highlands Impact Aid our communities were promised. So as I close, we are united.
We are.
We are organized.
We are.
And we are not going away until our communities receive the fairness we deserve. So thank you all for being here today. I know you took time out of your busy schedules and days for something that's extremely important. We thank you for raising your voices. Let's keep fighting together for the future of the Highlands. I'm Mayor Eric Wilsusan, and we need Highlands Impact Aid now.
I am Mayor Michelle Dale of West Milford Township, and we need Highlands Impact Aid now. Good afternoon. I am Mayor Jamie Landis of the Borough of Ringwood, and we need Impact Aid now.
I am Mayor Anthony Rossi of Vernon Township. We need Highlands Impact Aid now. Today.
before I tell you who I am, Monday night, Kinnelon, Jefferson, Sparta hockey. Let's go! Let's go! Kinnelon, Jefferson, Sparta, United. That's the name of the team, United. And I am Mayor Jim Frieda from the Borough of Kinnelon, and we need Highlands Impact Act now!
Again, big shout out to all the mayors for supporting your funding. All right. She's a world champion professional wrestler and a proud graduate of these very halls. She's here to show our students that there is no limit to what you can achieve when you have a fair shot. The virtuosa herself, Deanna Bronzer.
Oh my goodness, I did not expect to be first one today. That was amazing. Thank you guys so much. Let me compose myself. I'm Deanna Perazzo. I'm a Jefferson Township Class 2012 alumna, and yes, I am the professional wrestler. But long before there was any world championships or TV time or professional contracts, I was a kid in this town, and I grew up in these halls. Inside this gym, if you look around, there's banners that cover the walls. And right across there is the cheerleading championship that has the year 2012. 14 years ago, when we won the national championship, that solidified my high school experience. But when I look around today, I don't see trophies or championships or jackets. I see opportunities. My freshman year, I didn't even make the cheerleading team by 1 point. So instead, I ran indoor track and I did statistics for the girls softball team with the legendary coach, Ed Levins.
Oh, yeah.
I was a part of the prom committee, the yearbook committee. I worked in the vice principal's office. I ate lunch with my Spanish teacher, Mr. Benavidez, who still keeps in contact with me to tell me he's proud of me. And my senior year, I used the weight room to learn how to lift weights with Mr. Muscatello, because that's what I thought a wrestler would do. These programs and these teachers taught me discipline and confidence, and most importantly, leadership. Those skills I've taken to win 6 world championships. Those are skills that have led me back to Jefferson today, because I too am a forever Falcon. When I heard about what was going on in town, I knew that I needed to get involved, because thinking about these programs disappearing means that students don't just lose their sports or their activities or their coaches or their mentors. They're losing the places they discover who they are and where they belong. Right now, these painful cuts our district has endured are not because our children aren't talented enough or they don't work hard enough. It's because they live here in the Highlands. When these students apply to colleges or submit their resumes for careers, they'll be compared to students from other districts who have every sport, every activity, every AP class, every opportunity. And they'll lose to those students. That's not fair. So I have to ask our state leaders in Trenton, why should a child's future depend on their zip code? For years, Trenton has expected Jefferson Township to stay quiet while our town continues to decline and our students continue to suffer. Trenton has treated our children like they're budget line items that they can just cross off and ignore. But today we say we will not be ignored any longer. We're doing it by the Highlands Hold Challenge. Because when you pick up 1 gallon of water, you are showing our leaders in Trenton that every second 10,000 gallons of water flow through our communities. For years, we have accepted the responsibility that this state has put on us, and it is time for the state to recognize that responsibility and do unto us as we have done to them. If you're here today and you haven't taken the challenge yet, I encourage you to do it, to record it, to post it, to share it, to talk about it with the person sitting next to you. Because change won't happen by just my voice or my social media platform. It happens in this room today. It happens when a community is tired of being ignored and joins together. Jefferson Township gave me my future, a very unconventional future, but one I would not have had the confidence to chase if it wasn't for the people in this room and the community that raised me. Our next success story is sitting in this gym right now, in our classrooms come Monday. It's now time for our state to show up for our students and make sure that they have their chance at their most unconventional, wildest futures too. We're not asking for a handout. Today we're asking for fairness, and we're asking for impact aid now. Thank you guys so much.
All right, make some noise for Dion Barrazo. Dawn Fantasia represents the 24th district and knows how to fight for fairness for our communities. Representing a critical voice in our regional coalition, please welcome the Assemblywoman's Chief of Staff, Lou Crescentelli.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
All right. I get this one. Yep. I get to follow a professional wrestler, which is I'm not good at promos or taking bumps. But my name is Lou Crescentelli, and I serve as Chief of Staff to Assemblywoman Dawn Fantasia in the 24th District, representing all of Sussex County, parts of Morris County, and parts of Warren County. Assemblywoman Fantasia sends her regrets that she could not be here today due to a family medical issue, but she asked me that we ensure that this joint message from the Assemblywoman and her colleague, Senator Parker Space, and Assemblyman Michael Ganamort will be shared with you. First, we want to thank everyone who helped organize this event, especially Tom and Sarah, Mayor Wilson, and all the school and local leaders here, and the students and residents who are here today. Thank you. For a long time now, the people of the Highlands have done exactly what the state asked of them. Highlands residents have protected the drinking water for millions of people across New Jersey. Highlands towns have accepted strict limits on development. That meant giving up commercial ratables and limiting the kind of responsible growth that helps towns support their schools and services. This was done for the good of the whole state. But the question people here keep asking is a fair one. What did the Highlands get in return? Higher property taxes, cuts to school aid, and fewer ways for towns to grow their own tax base. Even when school enrollment stays flat or goes down, the bills don't disappear. Transportation costs go up, utility bills go up, health insurance goes up, salaries go up, building maintenance goes up, and every mayor and school board member here knows this reality. Yet year after year, the message from Trenton was basically the same. Figure it out yourselves. Raise your local taxes to cover these spikes in costs. So the state blocks development and cuts aid at the same time. And the burden lands right where we all know it does, on property taxpayers. That is why we are continuing to push for real solutions. Our delegation remains committed to fighting for more state education aid for our communities. And we are working on creating a Highlands Impact Aid category so the towns that protect the state's water supply are not left paying the price for it. We have also introduced legislation calling for a special session of the legislature focused on property tax and relief and reform. If we are serious about fixing property taxes in New Jersey, the Highlands have to be part of that conversation. We also encourage everyone here, Tom and Sarah, the local and school officials, and all the residents and students to speak up at budget hearings later this month. When that's for the state budget. When people from this region tell their story directly, it makes a difference. The Highlands has done its part for the state of New Jersey. Now it's time for the state of New Jersey to start doing its part for the Highlands. If we keep pushing together, we can bring some fairness back for our towns, for our schools, for our students, and for the taxpayers who support them. Thank you all for being here, and let's get that Highlands Impact Aid. Thank you.
Assemblywoman Ora Dunn has been a champion for Highlands Impact Aid, authorizing and introducing bills in Trenton to fix the Highlands trap. Representing her today, please welcome her Chief of Staff, Jeffrey Wood.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Wood. I'm honored to be here to represent your state Assemblywoman in the 25th District, Assemblywoman Ora Dunn. The Assemblywoman sends her sincere regrets that she couldn't be here today, but please know that she is a partner with you in this fight, and she asked me to read the following letter on her behalf. Dear friends, please accept my sincere regrets for being unable to be with you today for the Highlands Impact Aid Now rally. While I'm unable to attend in person, I'm grateful for the opportunity to share these remarks and to stand with you in support of this important cause. Thank you for your leadership in bringing our community together to address the very real challenges facing school districts across the Highlands region. The Highlands region plays an essential role in safeguarding one of our nation's most critical natural resources. That responsibility comes with land use constraints and long-term financial impacts that must be acknowledged in our school funding formula. Fairness demands that when our communities protect clean water for millions, the state stands as a reliable partner supporting our schools and our taxpayers. To that end, I have formally introduced the first two measures in what I am calling the Clean Water Promise. Highlands Impact Aid is about honoring a promise and ensuring that environmental stewardship does not come at the expense of educational opportunity. These measures are about equity, sustainability, and long-term stability for our students, educators, and local taxpayers. Thank you for being here and for raising your voices today. Your engagement matters, and your unity sends a powerful message that the Highlands region deserves fairness. Please know that I remain fully committed to advancing these efforts and continuing the work until we achieve meaningful, lasting solutions. Together, we'll keep fighting for fairness for the Highlands and for students and the families who call this community home. Thank you.
Please welcome our newest representative in Trenton, who has been fighting for fairness solutions since the
good afternoon, everybody. Okay. I want to thank this community for welcoming me here in this very tough time. And as your assembly representative, I hear you, I feel the fear, the anger, the heartbreak that families in this town are experiencing right now, and surrounding Highlands towns as well. I feel it. It has been incredibly powerful to hear your stories, to hear so many kids, parents, teachers, and people of Jefferson sharing their experiences, sharing their heartache. And until these are realized in Trenton, unfortunately, these consequences are going to continue. And that is what I'm here to fight for. We're looking at a situation where buses may not come, where sports teams may disappear, the theater programs may go dark, teachers and staff, the people who dedicate their lives to our children, will be told their jobs might be gone. That is completely and utterly unacceptable. Our schools are the heart of our communities, and there are no priorities greater for me than ensuring all of our schools are equipped to enrich the lives of our students and community, period. That they can prepare our next generation with the tools that they need to achieve the American dream, like every student in New Jersey, regardless of your zip code. And I strongly believe that how we define what a great community is and how we define who our great leaders are share a common quality. They're both defined by how fiercely they fight for their families, for their children, and for the community that they are a part of. And although I've only been in office since November, I've seen it in you, Jefferson. Jefferson has always been a town that shows up, and I will always show up for you wholeheartedly and with everything that I have to fight for our schools and for our community and for fairness. Leaving here today, I'm going to take your voices with me to Trenton. I will fight to make sure Jefferson gets the fairness and the support it deserves. We are not going to accept a future where opportunity is stripped away from our children. I understand that this time is very difficult. But when Jefferson's children are threatened, and the surrounding towns, the Highlands towns, this community stands up. And today, standing here with all of you, I can promise you this fight is not over. Your voices matter, and together we are going to make sure that they're heard in Trenton, and we are going to make a difference. I am here for you to support you in every way that I can, and let's go Falcons. Thank you.
Please put your hands together for our youngest leader of the town.
Good afternoon, parents, students, neighbors, and government officials. I'm Thomas Fasanos' daughter, Lily. I like to speak up for the students of Jefferson Township, the ones older than me, ones younger than me, and everyone in between. My grade was the last to go to Milton Elementary School and the first ever to be fifth graders in the middle school, which is now renamed the Intermediate School. I have known and loved this town and a lot of the people in it for a long time, and it's where I proudly call home. My parents chose to move here when I was only a year old because they wanted this school district to be where I got my education. Now our education and our teachers' jobs may be at risk. This year, as a fifth grader, I participated in TREPS, a program where students learn to plan a small business and eventually get to sell their goods or services at the TREPS marketplace. It's been a lot of fun for all the kids who participated over the years, and I'll bet there are at least a few people out there who will agree with me. But extracurricular activities like TREPS are at risk of being cut out of our schools, which would mean my brothers and younger friends would not get the same opportunities as I did. Most of them have seen older siblings take part in all sorts of sports and activities, hoping to someday do the same. To disappoint them by taking those opportunities away would be so unfair to them and disappointing. I shouldn't need to be here today. I shouldn't need to be up here raising my voice to make sure our towns aren't ignored anymore. No kid should have to worry about their favorite activities, the sport or club they finally found friends in, to be swept away. No teacher should have to worry about their job being taken away because even though they might be the most amazing teacher, the district can't pay them. Even though losing programs like TREPS and other similar activities are just small things compared to other things that we're dealing with, like tiny cracks in a big stone, small cracks will add up over time. There's only one thing I'm absolutely sure of. However cracked this town can be, it'll never be broken as long as there are strong, brave citizens that are the glue holding this town together. You can choose to be someone who stands by and watches, or you can be part of the solution. It's entirely up to you. If you want to be a part of this fight, join us. Reach out to our officials. You can be the glue that holds this community together. Thank you.
Representing the 25th District in the State Senate, as a minority leader, he has been a tireless advocate for the Highlands and a fierce critic of the S2 cuts. He has already brought our voice to the State House, so let's welcome Senator Anthony Hugo!
Good afternoon, Falcons. I am here to tell each and every one of you today that your voices are being heard in the State House. Woo! And I will continue to fight until fair funding is provided for all of the Highlands school districts and communities, including right here in Jefferson. No child under my watch will go to school worrying about whether or not their schools will be funded. That is unacceptable and cannot go on here in the state of New Jersey. You know, your great superintendent and mayor said it before, that this didn't just happen. I have been sounding the alarm in Trenton over this issue for a number of years now. In fact, over the last couple of budget cycles, I have been lucky enough to obtain direct appropriations in the hundreds of thousands of dollars for your school district here in Jefferson and many of the other districts around the Highlands region. But those were Band-Aids. Those were Band-Aids. And the time has come to finally fix the problem once and for all. So let me tell you what I've done so far. I've convened a meeting with the Commissioner of Education, your superintendent, and your mayor to discuss the problems that exist today. And I know that as a result of that meeting, The superintendent and administration here in Jefferson have provided documentations to the commissioner so that we can deal with the problem that's pending before us, and that's your budget gap. I will not stand by. I will not stand by and allow things like athletics and extracurricular activities and basic skills be cut from this community. It is important for our kids, and it is important for our families, but more importantly, it is important for our educational system in general. I've had a direct discussion with the governor just as recently as Thursday. The governor and I met to discuss her upcoming budget address. I've offered the governor a number of reforms that Republicans have put forth over the years to help bring our spending in this state under control, to help address the deficiencies in the school funding formula. Those reforms have been delivered to her desk by me and by my colleagues who sit on the Budget and Appropriations Committee. And I have offered my sincere support on a bipartisan basis to her to address this issue head on. And I will say this, she understands the problem. She understands the problem because I've talked to her about it. She's also facing a very difficult budget year because you see, for the last few years, the state had billions of dollars in federal aid that it had gotten during the COVID crisis. But that money is now gone. And this is where the rubber will meet the road. We've got a lot to do. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. But I promise you, this issue will be addressed so that we do not have to go through this year after year after year. And finally, I met with the chairman of the Senate Education Committee, and we put together a skeleton piece of legislation on Highlands Impact Aid. And our staffs, along with myself and the chairman, are meeting to try to put together a piece of legislation that will correct this situation going forward. But I want to do it right. I want it done right the first time. And if I can get the chairman to join me on that legislation on a bipartisan basis, I am hopeful that that legislation will be able to be passed in the Senate. I will pass that legislation on to my colleagues in the Assembly, and hopefully we can get it to the governor's desk to give her the tools to make Jefferson and the other Highland communities whole. To the students behind me, keep your voices loud. Keep your voices loud. Keep being an advocate for your communities and your schools. Because I can tell you, you are the best advocates this issue can ever have. while we're at it, let's give a hand for Lily one more time. It takes a lot of courage to stand up here in front of all these people, and you did an amazing job. The only thing I'm going to ask is that you don't run for the Senate for a few more years. Look, everybody, we're in this together. We are in this together. And I promise you today that there will be no more fierce fighter for this issue in Trenton than me, because Jefferson is a second home to me. My family has been representing the township for many years. And I was here as a young adult. Now I'm getting older. But this is a beautiful, beautiful part of our state. And it's because of the sacrifices that this community has made over time. And it's time now for the state to thank you and to repay you and to make you whole for all that you've done for the other parts of the state that are the beneficiaries of the water, the clean water that you supply. So thank you for being here. To those students that have written to me, I have written back and thanked you for your advocacy. Continue to keep those cards and letters coming. I love it. It motivates me. Thank you. Good luck, and God bless you all.
And finally, please welcome to the microphone the man whose words turned into a movement and the co-founder of Highlands Impact Aid Now. It's time to get loud for Trenton here.
Good afternoon, Highlands family. Before we get to the business at hand, I have to say a few very important, very personal thank yous. First, to our children, Lily, Tommy, Nico. You have worked really hard to be patient over the last several weeks while Mom and Dad were on late night phone calls, meetings at all hours of the day, and somehow figuring out how the heck to use social media. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. And to my wife, Sarah, you are owed a debt of gratitude above all others. You have worked at a pace that is simply astounding. Often deep into the night, I wake up in the middle of the night and there's a glow of a laptop sitting next to me with a level of precision that is to be admired. If I have been the voice of this campaign, you most certainly have been the muscle. So to everyone here today, look around you. Look what you've created. A few short weeks ago, I'll be honest, I felt a little bit hopeless, thinking that there was no way out of the Highlands trap. But with you here today I am overcome with optimism, because today you are more than a message, you are now a movement. For far too long, the Highlands have been the part of New Jersey that just stayed quiet. We've been the neighbors who did our part,
who followed the rules, and who safeguarded the land even when the deck was stacked against us. When I look around this crowd, I see students who deserve every opportunity that their peers in other towns have. I see coaches and teachers who pour their hearts into these communities every single day. I see business owners who are the heartbeat of our economy, and alumni who came back to fight for the halls that they once walked. And I see legislators from both sides of the aisle standing together because they know that fairness doesn't have a political party. We are a nation and a region unified under an unwavering purpose. We need fairness. In 2004, the state told us this land was worth protecting, and we agree. We take pride in knowing the water we protect is the lifeblood of New Jersey, running to the taps of businesses and nourishing 6 million New Jersey residents. But New Jersey did forget one thing. You cannot protect the water by bankrupting the people who guard it. They froze our land in time. They stripped away our ability to grow. We've watched as school aid gets slashed, all while our neighbors in New York's watershed receive 10 times the support that we do. New York understands that you pay for what you value. It's time for New Jersey to do the right thing. So let me be perfectly clear. We are not asking for a handout from anyone. This region already pays way more in income tax than it will ever receive back in aid. We are asking for enough of our own money back so that we can keep our own community from collapsing. Governor Sherrill, you know these towns, these woods, and these people. You fought hard for us in Washington, and now we are asking for your partnership in Trenton. You said that a child's education should not be determined by their zip code, and we could not agree more. But right now, children in Highlands zip codes are being left behind. The teachers, students, and citizens of the Highlands are counting on you, Governor Sherrill. All right, Highlands friends, you've heard plenty from me. I know that. But now it's time to make sure that Trenton hears every last one of you. The Highlands may be the quietest part of the state. Our woods are still and our lakes are calm. But today, for our future, the quiet must end. Are you ready to get loud and be the voice of the future for our town and for our students? Are you ready to get loud and demand that the state pay its fair share for the water we protect? Are you ready to make enough noise that the State House can't ignore us anymore? Are you ready to keep your voice raised until we get the fairness that we deserve? We are going to show them what a quiet community looks like when its back is against the wall. We're going to flood the halls of Trenton from right here in this gym. I want you to raise your phones up, get them out, We're going to take pictures of this crowd. We're going to take videos of our unity, and we're going to send them to Governor Sherrill right now. Use the hashtag Highlands Impact Aid. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on social media. The fight does not end now. This is the beginning. Tell them the Highlands is done waiting for fairness. Tell them we deserve our fairness now. Let them hear you from the Highlands to the State House. We need Highlands Impact Aid now!